Hi, I'm Miltonchang of Bonsai Heirloom. I want to mainly work on this tree, which is a tree dug from my cousin's house about 15 years ago, and she had grown it in the ground for 25 years. So it's about a 50, 60-year-old tree when it's all said and done because it was in a 5-gallon can. I would try to do a little bit of a cleaning up and also shaping this tree to show you how I work on junipers. There are several purposes of this video. One is to show that you can get a very nice tree from your garden if you plant it and give it lots of time. If you collect material seriously, look for interesting and maybe older material, and over time, you will have as good a material as I do after 30, 40, 50 years. And it's never too early or too late to start for that matter, because today we all live to 90s or 100. There's plenty of time for you to create beautiful bonsai. What you have to do is patiently work the trees towards a vision you want it to become. And year after year, you improve, you tilt it a little bit, you shape it a little bit, you move it a little bit until you get exactly right to your design. A big point I want to make is that, grow some material in your garden and forget about them. When I was busy, I planted a lot of trees in the ground, and I don't think I spent more than 5 or 10 or 15 minutes per tree. And over the years, they become really thick and nice. I think that's a lot more desirable than go out and rip out specimen trees like this Sierra juniper, which is really beautiful. But then you preclude the future generations looking at an even more spectacular tree as it grew. So this is a Sierra juniper I got in an auction not more than 3 months ago. It was in a different pot, but I found this drum pot to be more rhyme with the curve of this tree. It is truly spectacular. And I paid more than I wanted to, but because I really wanted the tree, I was bidding against another gentleman that really wanted this tree. And I will gradually work on that by let these branches thicken out and filled out. Over time, I think this will be quite a magnificent tree. This one is not so shabby either, and it's grown in the garden. Now, this tree is 50, 70 years old, and it's a pretty big trunk. And this tree, if it's grown in the garden, it will probably be that same size and the same age. But given it's in the nature with no fertilizer, very rough environment, this is probably a several 100-year-old tree. So you can really, with some effort, and this we didn't even spend, my cousin Shirley didn't spend any time to prune it with the intention of turning it into a bonsai, and it's still pretty respectable material. You can create very spectacular material on your own by growing your own tree. With that in mind, I will start to do a little bit of a demonstration to show you how I would make this into a show tree. I will try to now clean this up a little bit to improve its looks. One of the things people worry a lot about to create the rough bark. To show you, I cut this off and it's dried up. That it's very easy to just use branch cutter and you just tear it. And you can also use power tools to gradually carve it, but I tend to do it very roughly. You see, it breaks really quite easily and it looks somewhat natural when you do that, unless you are very good at carving, a craftsman at carving. I probably need a different tool. I can't seem to reach the area I want to reach. I think you get the drift, the idea, because every situation is different anyway. These branches are in the way. You want to kind of cut in alongside of the grain so they will tear easily, but I seem to get into it at this point, but you get the drift of it. And a lot of people use power to cut it. I think that's nice if you know how to do them nicely and the patience to gradually work on it. And this is a quick way to kind of tear it up too. And I don't want it to go too far this way, so I'd rather cut off that side rather than this side. Again, I can't reach it because of that wood is in the way. Today, I want to show you how I make a branch droop, in this case, a prostrata juniper. What I do is that I tie a rope. Ideally, it's on a dead branch here and there, but this one is actually alive. And I would tie a knot, and then I would try to pull it down, keep it down. I would say in a couple of months, it will be down so that it doesn't eat into the trunk, and that's it. And you'll find it will stay put. And then after you've done that, you can continue to twist this rope by moving it down further to make it droop even more. So you can see this branch is coming down. Now for juniper, you actually want the leaves, the needles to be like a plane. So what you do is you just basically tear off what's above and the bottom would take over. So that's how you do a pinching and pulling. The way the branch works is that you can see you want this branch to go out this way, and then this branch to maybe go out this way to give it a little bit more of a triangle and also more of a feature interest. So you will use wire to pull this one down and already use a string to pull this one down. But once you pull it down, you know, conifers, when they get mature, they tend to be like a plane in the sense of the flat. So what you do is you just do the pinching. You can use a clipper to clip it, to kind of like prune it to shape. You can do that. It's much quicker. The upside is much quicker. And the downside is that where you cut it, it becomes a brown spot. So the whole thing will look kind of brown in the beginning. But in a month or two, it will overgrown that. So it's okay. But I prefer to just pull it because I can do it slowly to create a little bit more of a feature rather than just one plane. When you cut it, you tend to do that. So I would just keep doing that. Like this one, it's too hardened to pull, so I just cut it. So it's a combination of clipping and pulling, and then the bottom goes. So you can see this is a desirable thing for juniper. It looks like this, right? That's all desirable, and most of the people do it by pruning, which is fine. I mean, by wiring, which is fine, but I think it's very time-consuming. There's no reason why this doesn't work. If you want to wire this to come out this way, let's just let it grow for a month, and it will be going that direction. So really, it's no different. But look at this. Look at this piece. That's what you see in the shows. You know, a branch like this, and I did it in 3 seconds. Okay, so I'll go on and do the rest of it, and then show you the end result of this tree, and then I do the fine pruning, and I'll get the overall design better. I think all these quick methods I develop enable me to be very productive in my business, and yet still be able to keep a lot of trees interesting, creating a lot of trees, as well as keeping them nice without too much hassle. Like this one, I just let it grow because I want it to come out further. So I just pinch over here, and in time, it'll okay, well, this doesn't look so good, I'll cut it. So you do what you need to do to get to where you want it to be. Like I said, if you pinch it rather than prune it, you're able to create a little bit more structure. In about 15, 20 minutes, I have pruned down this tree significantly. You can see it looks very bare, but it's got the form. It will fill out fairly quickly. Now, looking at this tree, I think this angle is fine, but this will need to be down a little bit more to rhyme with this drop. So with that in mind, I'll show you how I use anchor wire. Cut off a piece of wire and use the water tubing to prevent it from eating into the branch. I use the rubber hose to prevent it from eating into but then on this side, it really didn't matter because it's a dead wood already. So I'll just quite easily get it to the right angle. Like I said, I wanted to rhyme with this one. So this is about right. It doesn't matter, it's close enough. Because you can use the foliage to adjust the impression. So that's it for now, and I will show you this tree in 3 months. And again, I think it's not as spectacular as a Yamadori, and yet I didn't tear out the countryside, the mountainside to result in so that to deprive a future generation to enjoy this fantastic tree. If you think my video is informative, please like my video, subscribe to our channel so that we'll notify you of updates as well as a new video. We intend to do one Q&A a week, plus maybe 3 or 4 videos every week, some of which could be follow-up on trees that we already worked on. There are many more good trees to work on to show you how to make progress in these trees. So thank you very much for watching. See you again.